So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Got to do better.
6-6, pull it high. Ready.
Lock now on 1st down. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hit it. 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Lindsay running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And Eifert has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. He's got Fuller. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Now a hit and a loose football.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. The pass there complete to Sutton. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
They'll run with Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. With a catch made by Hopkins.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw is Watson. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
22's coming, Mike. Got you. I got you.
Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. He completes this to Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
You go tight. You got tight. Open the floor.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Watson. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Houston.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, let's go.
Watson with a give to Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans push further out in front. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Fielded just inside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 19. 51. And watch the lane.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
In your face.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Anger is on the punt, and he gets this one away. Throwing on first down is Lock. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd and 10, Lock, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, Delta. Yo, Cheetah.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Haywood.
Lock gonna go on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. To the left side here for Eifert. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
3rd and 2, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the turnover, here's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? We're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. 1-score game.
And
the Broncos get there and take him down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
I don't think you got it, Chuck. Check it out.
Lamar Miller. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 3rd down, Miller. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He completes this to Sutton. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. He's back to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lock to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is locked. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Texans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.